your guys that were your, 5 and 4 players before just seem to get better every year. Is that what you're expecting out of your returners?
Well, yeah, I mean, at a young age, very rarely do you get a freshman that comes in and he's your dominant player. So that's kind of what you like to do. You want him to get in the lineup as a young player and kind of learn the ropes, and then learn from these older guys. And just it seemed to have worked out really well for us that we've had players that had good careers as freshmen and sophomores, but then once they get into that junior year, I mean, they're have been really good players. I've been really blessed and fortunate to get a lot of good players. We've had a lot of MIAA players of the year, and really proud of that.
Talk about some of your returners specifically, what you are expecting out of them this year.
Well, I have 2 seniors coming back. I have Shane Allen from South Africa and Travis Simmons from Cape Girardeau. Expect them to, step in and be our leaders. Shane had a really good second half of the year last year, and I think will be a player to reckon with. Travis, as a young player, was kind of working in and out of the lineup, and I think last year finally got comfortable, got in the lineup, and really started playing pretty well for us. So I expect those 2 guys to be our leaders and our rock for this year, and teach some of these new young guys, what it takes to be a mule golfer. As far as the rest of the lineup, Cole Dillon, Brett Windsor, had great years for us last year too. Cole was an all MIAA player. I think Brett was right there. I mean, he was on the bubble as to whether he was an all MIAA or not, but he had a great season. He was MIAA player of the week, I think, 1 time last year. So that's pretty good when you got really your whole lineup that's done well, and that's kind of what we like to do. We like to have not just 1 or 2 really good dominant players. We want our whole lineup that any one of those guys can win at any given time. So, and then we got some new young freshmen that we're excited about. The lineup's kind of wide open. We had our first qualifying yesterday, and it was pretty interesting. Pretty tight scores, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here the next few weeks to see who gets in the lineup for our home tournament.
Sometimes you have to travel so far, but obviously there's an advantage, home court advantage, if you will. But why are you excited to host?
Well, you want to try to host if you can every year. I mean, ultimately that's what you'd like to do. But what we've done in the MIAA is with our point system, with 11 teams, it's tough for all 11 to host. So we started a method back probably 12, 15 years ago that allows each team in the league to host, basically you're going to host every 4 years. So your players that come in that are there for 4 years, they're going to get to see everybody's home course in the MIAA through their whole career. It does kind of some neat things. It does kind of mix up your schedule every year. You're not going to the same places every year. So the players are going to get to see 3 new courses every year for 4 years. So unfortunately, we only get to host once every 4 years. We'd like to host every year, but with the schedules and so many schools that do host, it's just tough to do that. You're not going to get a very good field. So this way, our fields are full. We have 20 teams this year at our home tournament. It's going to be a great field, all regional teams, so it'll be a kind of a great regional showcase to start the year. Obviously, it's a points tournament for the conference, so we'll kind of see who's going to be the teams to beat in the conference too. But we're really excited. This will be our first year on the new golf course. We've been really pumping it up and telling the teams that remember our old golf course what we have now, and so I think a lot of them are excited to get here. They've heard about it, they've seen it online, so we're really excited to host. It's going to be a great event. We'd love to have all our local people come out and watch, and parents and stuff like that, so it's going to be a great event.